Hey everybody, what's up? This is Crypto Cody and I'm so excited to do another video for you guys. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the market, but we're also going to dive into the possibility and speculation of professional chart analysis that are saying that Bitcoin could potentially run past its initial high in 2017. So we're going to get into that. Want to get into a little bit of other things, but really excited to chat here with you guys. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so let's hop into the news. So in the Daily Hodl, this was released on January 15th, 2020 at 1:14 p.m. It says that Bitcoin targeting breaks above 20K. Crypto Twitter bullish as analysis pinpoints key levels to watch for. And just a quick article on that says a new poll from the economist and crypto analysis Alex Kurger is shedding light on the Bitcoin settlement across crypto Twitter. The poll of 4,079 people show a 47.1% belief that Bitcoin could surpass its all-time high by the end of this year. So, basically we're under the 50-50% mark, just barely. And we might as well call it the 50 if it was, the 50-50% mark, which is kind of interesting to me. Because when you think about it, we're talking about professional analysis people. To me, this just goes to show a true democracy. Now, again, we're just kind of going off of a poll of 4,079 people, which is a decent poll. But I mean, it's really not that many people. There's a few things to think about this. First of all, number one is that basing a poll off of 4,079 people it's not really super reliable, because we're talking about people who are going to be hearing about cryptocurrency this year who don't even know what Bitcoin is, but are going to start investing in it because, the moms and pops that are going to start investing in it this year that don't even have a clue what it is aren't a part of this poll. They're not a part, there's millions of people that are investing in cryptocurrency. So to me, that's one factor to kind of think about. However, with the 4,097 or 79 people showing a 50%, basically a 50%, guess as to whether or not it's going to surpass or not, just goes to show that we as individuals have no clue. We have no crystal balls. No one really actually knows. You just have incredibly super confident crypto enthusiasts that are bullish, or you have some very skeptical crypto enthusiasts that are not so bullish and they're incredibly bearish. So I just think it's kind of cool because it's showing a true democracy that we just don't really have a clue. We don't know. Okay, if we go down here, it says another 27.6% say that think BTC will end up between 14,000 and 19,000, and then 10% or 10.5% think that Bitcoin will wind up between 11,000 to 5,000, 13,900, and 14.8% say that it'll end up at 11,000. So, interesting thing about all these number polls is that everyone agrees, okay? Everyone agrees, 100% of the Bitcoin community out of the 4,079 people that were sharing these numbers believe that we're going to be above the $10,000 mark, okay? We're going to be above the, basically, it would appear as if almost 75% of people believe that we're going to be at least within the 14 to 19,000 margin anyways. So, I actually think that's kind of exciting to think that in 2020, we're actually going to be pushing that. And here's the thing, right now we're rocking at the 8,500 level, which is great, because what that's doing is that's establishing strength in that area. We want to make sure that we're establishing strength in the area of the 8,500. So something to be thinking about. Bitcoin is currently on the verge of a mega move in the coming years, whether bullish or bearish, as it is comfortably in the 87, so here we go, in the 8,700 support resisting level, while technical and fundamental prospects point out the potential bull run or bullish run, giving an upcoming block reward having in May. All right, guys, so here is, if we go to bitcoinclock.com, this is basically talking exactly about what that article's referring to. It's talking about the May 9th, 2020 Bitcoin halving. And essentially what this is, and we'll just kind of read it a little bit, but new Bitcoins are being issued by the Bitcoin network every 10 minutes. For the first 4 years of Bitcoin's existence, the amount of new Bitcoins issued every 10 minutes was 50. Every 4 years, the number is cut into half. So the next day, the amount half is now called the halving or the halving. In 2012, the amount of the new Bitcoins issued every 10 minutes dropped from 50 Bitcoins to 25 in 2016, dropping them 25 to 12.5. And now in 2020, the halving, it will drop from 12.5 to 6.25. Okay. What is the significance of this Bitcoin block halving? The halving decreases the amount of the new Bitcoin generated per block. This means that the supply of the new Bitcoin is lower. In normal markets, lower supplies will steady demand, usually leading to a higher price. Since the halving reduces the supply of the new Bitcoins, demands usually remain steady. The halving has usually preceded some from Bitcoin's largest runs. In the image below, the vertical green lines indicate the previous two halvings from 2012, 11, 28, and 2016, 7 through 9th. Now, or note how the price has jumped significantly after each halving. So this is really interesting. This is basically giving us a chart on what has happened historically from these, basically this being cut in half. And that's crazy, guys. I mean, that's something to be thinking about. I mean, the fact is that we are going to be continuing, I believe that we're going to be continuing the price up with Bitcoin. And so does almost 100% of the other 4,070 something people that were all voting. We're definitely going to be above the 8,700 mark. The question is how high is it going? Where is it going? So as far as people that are worried about a bear market, I think that May is going to, we're probably going to start to see a bull run before May because of the halving. Just really interesting thing to be thinking about. Definitely be paying attention to what that's going to do. Now, how that's going to affect the altcoin market is interesting. So let's get into that a little bit. All right, guys. So here I am on the coin market cap global charts, the total market capitalization, and I'm looking basically at the exact date of March 9th, 2016, which was the second happening. And really interesting because it's absolutely true. I mean, basically from March 9th, if you looked at it from March 9th in that area, and then that's when that happening had, that second one, and then all the way to pretty much a year exactly later was when we started to see the market just increase on its bull run in a massive way. But it was a steady incline. I mean, it was a steady incline, very slowly and steady, and then boom, a year later, bam, smashing all the way up to the, just mooning, the entire market mooning. So just an interesting thing to think about as far as the entire market goes. It was definitely inclining quite a bit. I mean, from that point, you're looking at a market cap of 7 billion, and slowly over a year's worth of time, it jumped up to that $27 billion mark, which is quite impressive for 1 year's worth of growth back in 2016, when this wasn't even close to mainstream. Like nowadays, where Bitcoin's talked about in shows and stuff, and it's just more of a mainstream concept. But and then boom, just like from that point, a year after that, smash, like 175 billion. So for a 2-year period of time, that's pretty impressive to be able to see that kind of a growth. I'd be curious to be educated myself too. If there's anything that you guys know that I don't know, share with me. I think this is really fascinating to see. So the question is, I think that it's very, very potential that this upcoming one is going to cause the bull run to be quicker. Not to be sounding like overly fanatic in my bullish talk here, but like Bitcoin is more people are really watching Bitcoin now. People weren't watching Bitcoin back in 2016 the way that they are now. Hence the market cap itself. Look at the market cap, over just 7 billion. I mean, now we're dealing with a $250 billion market cap right now. This is a $7 billion market cap to the USD value. So obviously this is going to be, if this kind of stuff can happen in a year's time based off of what happened from that happening, then what is going to happen when we have this one coming up in May 9th? Is it going to explode? I mean, I think this just brings absolute clarity to the possibility of it exploding past the 20,000 zone. I kind of am a little bit more bullish on the events that are going to be taking place, and I think what we're going to see is because people are expecting it, what took a year to get to this massive moon bull run, what took a year, this section right here, is probably only going to take from now until then, and we might have that massive bull run right after. I don't know. We'll see, guys. It's really interesting. I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are. If you could throw down in the comments. You know, some of you guys, a lot of you guys are way smarter than I am when it comes to understanding this stuff. So share your thoughts. I want to hear about it. You know, I really appreciate building this community and just learning and adopting cryptocurrency. And, you know, I want to be able to do that with everybody and just be a part of that massive growth, be a part of this, you know, historical moment in life that we're all going to look back on and share with our grandchildren, that we were able to take part in that and be a part of that massive adoption. So I look forward to sharing more videos with you guys. Throw in the comments below some stuff that you might want me to do some research on for you guys. And you know, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for everything you guys do, and look forward to chatting with you guys soon. So with all that, guys, Crypto Cody out.